Hey everybody, Luscious Johnny Lang, our boy Gentleman Jim Mills, Fantastic J's, down here at Fantastic J Studios. That's right, you know that we're doing all the videos right here at Fantastic J Studios. That kind of rhymed a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so as always, one of the things that we're going to do every week, and that is we want to thank our sponsors, and that's the folks that pretty much let us do whatever the heck we want to do. And it's nice, and you're one of those, by the way, and thank you.
Hey,
but anyway, so basically, give me one of those bad boys.
Robbie's Bar and Grill down in Edgemere, Maryland.
Not only that, we're talking about the place that you can get anything that you ever need more. And that's my boy GJ's place, Starlight Coin and Pawn, Edgewood, Maryland, Starlight Plaza. GJ, what else?
Conquer Apparel out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And don't forget to use our discount codes for 10% off any apparel that you order. WWGJD
and WWJLD. And that's 10%, baby. And all you got to do, go down there, hit that discount code, bam, discount. And don't forget, every time you hit those, every time you go into those places and you say, hey, we saw you on the Fantastic J's, all you're doing is making it better for us to make it better for you. And we thank you. So, GJ.
Yeah, John.
That being said, what we doing tonight?
Well, tonight's video is going to be top 10 greatest Thanksgiving theme movies of all time.
Now, when he says Thanksgiving, the funny part about this, some of them, most of them, I guess all of them really aren't Thanksgiving
movies per se.
Movies.
They have Thanksgiving in them, Thanksgiving dinner,
Thanksgiving dinners, yeah.
Or
all the love of family and lessons learned about giving and thanks.
That's it.
And a lot of comedy.
And a lot of comedy.
Okay.
A lot of laughs.
A lot of laughs, like we try to do.
We try.
Even when sometimes you don't want to laugh.
I don't know.
Gotta laugh through the rain, baby. Anyway,
moving on.
Okay, what we got?
Number 10, Miracle on 34th Street. Maureen O'Hare, John Payne, Natalie Wood. In the very opening of the movie, it starts out at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah, that's when Natalie Wood sees Santa Claus for the first time. Like there, she's like, "Oh, there's Santa Claus." Oh no, that's not Santa Claus. My mother told me that he wasn't.
Yeah.
And she did have a little attitude.
She had a little too.
Yeah, but anyway, and the good thing about it, it's a classic Christmas movie, but it kind of brings you back to when you were a kid and you actually did believe in Santa Claus. Gives you that Christmas love and that real warm, gushy feeling.
Inside. Anyway, moving on to number 9. One of Johnny's favorites, Paul Blart Mall Cop, starring Kevin James. On Black Friday, Paul Blart thwarts a mall heist, and the hijinks incurs.
Now look, GJ says it's one of my favorites, but truth of the matter is,
it's hilarious.
If this thing wasn't on the list, he probably would have quit the J's, and I would have had to get some other J.
I wouldn't have quit the J's, but it should be on the list.
And it is on the list. A hilarious Kevin James, as we talked about previously. Great physical comedian.
Yes, along with John Ritter, John Candy, John Belushi, all those guys were great physical
all those
comedy.
Johns.
But this was a
amazing. Hey, Chevy Chase and Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, phenomenal.
As far as physical comedy, all good. But man, I tell you, when you're a big guy.
Oh man, that segue.
And you do it like he does it. That's a must see. That's a must see.
A must see. You youngins. All right, moving on to number 8. Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino, Chris O'Donnell. It came out in 2000. It came out in 1992. Chris O'Donnell played a prep school boy,
Robin,
and he also played Robin, Batman and Robin, George Clooney version.
Yeah,
version. Whoa. Anyway, so he played a prep school student who decided to take a job for the weekend to escort a blind army officer, retired blind army officer, played by Al Pacino, for the weekend, and ended up learning quite a number of life lessons and also the meaning of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right. And then, it's kind of a coming of age thing. And I mean, I think at that age we all had that.
Hoorah!
That one guy that that kind. You were like, yeah, this guy gets it, and I need to get it too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and that was the movie.
Great, heck of a great movie.
Pacino's performance was phenomenal.
And he I guess was in the tribunal at school, and basically Al Pacino told him to go shove it up their bunghole.
All right, moving on to number 7. Actually, this was one of my picks on the list. Grumpy Old Men. Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, and Margaret, 2 lifelong rivals, go overboard for the love of a woman.
Way overboard.
Way overboard. But let me tell you, it was hilarious watching these 2 old dudes.
2 senior citizens fall
trying to get a little something.
Hey, I was right.
Hey, what's up?
Me and you, by the way, the Dundalk Wrestling Federation champions will take them old suckers on just to get some of that.
Anyway, moving on.
No, give me a shovel, damn it. That's the only way we get them these days. But Aunt Margaret's still alive.
Yes, I think she is.
I'd still hit it.
Maybe that movie was made. Anyway, moving on. Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, by the way, two of the greatest.
Oh my God.
Comedic actors,
everything.
These guys could do anything.
And they were doing it a lot.
They were on our list last week. But Jack Lemmon was on our list last week.
Dressed as a lady.
Dressed as a lady, that's right. Moving on to number 6, The Blindside, Sandra Bullock, Tim McGraw, Quentin Aaron. It's about a story of a football player that we know quite well, Michael Orr, who was a homeless child at the time. Who was taken in by
his mother was a drug addict.
Right, his mother was a drug addict. He was taken, a African American child was taken in by a predominantly white family.
No, all white.
Oh yeah, well,
but they were an affluent
white family.
They had cash.
They had a lot of money, and the scene. In the movie is when at Thanksgiving dinner.
Wait, let me get my Kleenex.
And the family is dinner's done and they getting their plates together and jumping in front of the TV and going to watch some football.
As we all do.
As just what we do normally on Thanksgiving. But Michael Orr sat at the dining room table because he never was able to. He never had a dining room table.
That family Thanksgiving.
And they all got up.
Yeah.
And they sat with him and they had a beautiful family Thanksgiving dinner.
Meant the world to him. That's all he wanted.
And that's all he wanted.
Miss Patty makes me stand in the kitchen by myself Thanksgiving and eat off the paper plate.
Stop, Johnny. Moving on to number 5, Addams Family Values. Angelica Houston, Raul Julia, Christina Ricci, the new nanny, who played by Joan Cusack.
Oh my God, so funny.
Oh, hilarious. Talks the Morticia and Gomez into sending the kids to summer camp. And why the kids, Wednesday and who? Pugsley. They were, while at the summer camp, they had to perform a Thanksgiving musical.
Now this
musical.
This summer camp was like Chick-fil-A. I mean, that's how nice everybody was.
That's how
And of course these kids they were doing everything they could to not be involved. And you know how they were punished? Do you remember? No. They were punished by being put in a little shed that when you go inside there, it's like a 9-year-old girl threw up.
Pink everything.
and then you were punished by... That's some messed up solitary confinement.
Messes with your brain.
All
right, moving on to number 4.
Wait, before we go back, Christina Ricci, she grew up to be...
Anyway, moving on to number 4. What can I say about this movie? One of my favorites. Dutch, Ed O'Neill, Ethan Embry. Dutch wanted to bond with his new girlfriend's son, so he decides to go pick him up at prep school, and the 3-day drive home incurs some quite funny
some hijinks and hilarity.
Oh my goodness! And what about what's the Thanksgiving?
Well, first of all,
as
you're watching this movie at the beginning, and Ed O'Neill's just a regular old guy like the Jays.
He's a rich guy too.
But no, he's not a rich guy.
He has a lot of money.
No, he's just he's like a contractor or something like that. She's got the money.
No, I thought he had the money. He earned all that money. You got to watch that movie again.
I've watched it many times.
All right, we're going to watch it again.
Anyway.
Put it on your list.
Yeah, definitely put it on your list. So, he picks up the kid, and God, what a snotty...
Oh,
he played that role to the T. being a
spoiled little brat,
rich brat. Yeah. So, but then
my daddy.
But then when the turning point, the scene you're talking about, and that's when Dutch and the kid there, they were at a homeless shelter for Thanksgiving, and so here this kid is with no money at that time because they lost it.
But he had everything given to him his entire life,
and so now there's this child there, and what's this child want to do, GJ?
She shares her dinner with him.
That turned the key in this kid's brain, and you saw opened his heart, but you saw it.
His heart grew 2 times bigger that day.
Hey, wait, time out. That's another movie.
That's another Christmas. That'll be on our Christmas movie.
But hey, what a great movie, Ed O'Neill. I mean, I love him. And
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy. No, he's with what's her name, Vergara now.
Sofia Vergara.
Oh, you sucker!
What a lucky man. Anyway, I ain't stopping it.
Ed O'Neill.
All right, moving on to number 3, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
I think everybody had to see this. I mean, you don't think the young people would watch it?
I know my kids have watched it.
I mean, this is something that it's going to be on the night before Thanksgiving this year. I mean, it's legit.
It's a good movie.
Thanksgiving, even this, the premise of it is, of course, always the Peanuts gang, and they are having Thanksgiving themselves over peppermint patties, and of course, their Thanksgiving dinner, because they're kids, consist of popcorn and toast and jelly beans, and but they find out, they learn the true meaning of Thanksgiving, family, and giving,
being with friends,
and that's. I'm telling you, that's one that has to be.
Watch it.
It's going to be on the night before on network television.
Moving on to number 2. This is one that you would be quite surprised about. As you can see, Johnny, Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shine, Burt Young. We know Rocky Balboa. We know the story about Rocky Balboa. Adrian, I did it. All right. Anyway, Johnny, what part of the movie had to deal with Thanksgiving?
I mean, it's the whole movie. Obviously, we know what it's about, but there's that one scene. Of course, Adrian and Rocky just started dating. And she invites him over to Thanksgiving dinner, at which time
Paulie gets drunk.
Paulie gets Paulied, and he gets drunk, and he starts arguing with Adrian, and then
throws the turkey,
goes nuts in there, and then Adrian locks herself in the
bathroom,
and Rocky's like,
"Yo, Adrian, I'll see you later."
He kind of gets out of there. Later on, though, he in the movies. He shuts Paulie down.
Yes, he makes sure.
And then they become
besties,
tight. Just like us. Okay.
All right. Now we're moving on to honorable mention. And this is all Johnny. Johnny, would you like to do the honors for the honorable mention?
I tell you what, in the late 80s and most of the 90s, you couldn't turn a page in a magazine or turn a television on MTV without seeing Pauly Shore.
Paulie.
And he's, I know that he's crazy son of a gun.
Hey.
But in this movie, I thought it was funny. But not only that, it was a warm family comedy.
Correct.
As well. So it's son-in-law. It's obviously Pauly Shore, Carla Gugino, who was the love interest, but not at first. He was a stoner,
slacker,
a resident assistant at college. He'd been there like 9 years or something, and this girl who came from a farm met her, kind of turned into her kind of a surfer stoner chick.
Boy finds girl.
Well, at first,
girl finds boy.
Wait. At first, when they go home, she's only taken him with her because she doesn't want her boyfriend there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She don't want the ex-boyfriend.
But then they fall in love.
They fall in love, right.
And it all works out in the end.
Yeah, it does.
Pauly Shore, he gets the woman, he gets the farm, he gets the mother-in-law, he gets...
Anyway, Johnny, moving on to number 1.
Great movie, though. Watch it.
Son-in-law. Anyway, moving on to number 1. A classic movie.
Oh, classic.
Absolutely classic movie.
Two classic
actors. 1987's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Steve Martin, John Candy. John Candy, Steve Martin, all he wanted to do was get home for Thanksgiving, and unfortunately, he was traveling with John Candy.
And I tell you, every chance you got.
He didn't do it purposely, like we said, but it happened.
Yeah, it's just
happened.
Everything, yeah, right. Happened. It just kept happening.
It happened.
The one scene that was the movie to me, great movie. The whole movie was good, but when they were sleeping together,
has to be when they were sleeping together, right?
What's
spooning?
What's? I hope these are pillows. My hands are between. But it was John Candy's ass. Okay, so hilarious movie. Another two
great physical actors. Yes,
I tell you, man. And John Candy and Steve Martin, kids, watch the movies.
Definitely watch it.
They're gonna be at the end. So here we are, coming to the end. But before we get into our regular routine, on behalf of myself and our boy GJ. We want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. And happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day. Much love and blessings.
Eat, watch some football, take a nap. Not necessarily in that order.
And then hug your family.
Come
here, you.
Ah.
Okay, so now that's
we're almost at the
said
end.
And done.
Here we go.
Thank you guys for watching, GJ. What do we want our friends out here in YouTube land to do?
Subscribe to the channel.
Not only that. No, wait a minute. That means go subscribe, by the way. You're already here, so go subscribe. Not only that. Like every video that you like to like. What else?
And don't forget to share it in videos so other people can subscribe. And let your friends know.
Hey, that's right. Let your friends know, because then once they see the J's, then they're going to subscribe. Then they're going to share, subscribe.
It's the idea.
God, it's so great. We love you guys. GJ, not only that, we want them what?
Comment on the videos. Let them know how crazy Johnny is.
Anyway. But also comment.
Put the hat back on.
Also, guys, comment. On the list.
And if there's a movie that you think should be on the list, put it down there in the comments.
Or if there's a list, we always welcome suggestions.
Yeah, a suggested list. Let us know.
So we thank you for that. Not only that, we want you to hit that bell.
Bing!
And when you hear that, that means that we would like you. No, we need you to get over there and get on that computer, get on that tablet, get on that phone.
And watch that new content that we just dropped.
Just dropped it. We thank you very much. And GJ.
Yeah, Johnny.
What do the Jays always say?
See you Saturday.